Everything has a nature. The nature of fire, for example, is to be hot. We know that fire is going to be hot. We don't argue about it. We don't complain about it. We don't feel angry that it's hot. It just is. Likewise, the mind has a nature. And understanding the nature of the mind gives us a tool for working with it, for knowing what creates stress, what are the different kinds of motivation, what creates anger, and an understanding of that gives us a tool to take the mind where we want to be. So how does the mind work? Our mind, as we'll see, has three components. And these are the three drivers within us, the three motivators, and three inner influences within us. They are constantly in competition with each other. So we are internally being pulled in three different directions based on these three components in the mind. So let's take a look at these three components of the mind. I call them apathy, desire, and goodness. And remember, these are always in competition with each other. We all have them. These are not three kinds of people. These are just the three components that we all have. So firstly, apathy. This is laziness or darkness or lack of vitality, lack of light, lack of joy, and a lack of wanting to grow or achieve. It's the voice inside you that says, I can't be bothered. And we all have those days and those moments. And that is the first component that I call apathy. And the nature of apathy, to understand that this is how apathy is, it just is. It creates dullness and it influences us to choose the easy option, the lazy option, and the option that requires the least effort. So this is the most basic, lowest level of existence that we experience from time to time, and this is what I call apathy. Desire, the second component of the mind, seeks personal gratification and excitement. There's an energy, there's drama, there's excitement, and this is what drives us to achieve goals, to buy that bigger house, to get that nicer car, and this creates energy and excitement and emotion. And the nature of desire is that it creates a short-term, temporary, feel-good feeling, a temporary fix, but it usually ends up in disappointment. So it's never a long-lasting feel-good. It's always temporary, and then it just means that we need to look for that next fix, for that next desire to go for. Because desire creates excitement, but it never satisfies. The third component is goodness. Goodness is thinking about others, wanting to help others, see society become a better place, improve the community, and so on. The nature of goodness is that it creates peace, calm, cooperation, connection. It is the part of us that seeks to create goodness for everyone and a better life for everyone. And acting from goodness leaves a more sustainable, deeper feeling of satisfaction and fulfillment in life. So these are the three voices inside us that are guiding us and motivating us and influencing us to make the choices we make. And remember, these are always in competition with each other. So sometimes goodness wins, sometimes desire wins, and sometimes apathy wins. Which of these three will win would depend on the situation and on the person. So within each of us, sometimes one of them will win, and in the same circumstances, in one person, goodness might win, and in a different person, desire or apathy might win. So these are very individual mixes. We all have all three components, but we all have all three of them, and they are always giving us three choices to decide what we want to do in any situation. So anytime that you think you're in two minds and you can't decide what to do, you are actually in three minds. And these three are the three components of the mind: the apathy, desire, and goodness. And these are the three voices that are pulling us and pushing us in different directions. Sometimes goodness wins, sometimes desire wins, sometimes apathy wins. Apathy creates dullness, lack of energy, lack of motivation, lack of improving anything. Desire creates excitement and energy. It creates a temporary feeling of excitement and a temporary fix that feels like happiness, but it never lasts. And that is the nature. The nature of the mind gives us this tool, because if we know that it's the nature, if we understand that that's the nature of apathy and the nature of desire, then we know that's how it's going to be. And desire will always just give a temporary fix. That is the nature of the desire. You may think that that next house, that next car is going to give you this long-lasting happiness that you seek, but it won't, because that is the nature of desire. And goodness has the capacity to give that longer-lasting, deeper sense of satisfaction in life. It is the motivator that causes us to think of others, to create community projects, to look at solutions where everyone benefits. And goodness is the one that creates that satisfaction. And although we know these three components are there, we have to work with them. We all have our own personal mix. We have to start from where we are and try to choose responses that bring out the best in us. So wherever you are, just remember, if you feel the urge to do something good, just do it.